Hi everyone, I'm Christina Marbury from Taste the Local Difference, and I'm here with my coworker Emily Rao, and we are going to talk about 4 strategies for marketing your farm. This is part of a partnership between Heroes to Hives and Taste the Local Difference. For those of you who don't know, Taste the Local Difference is Michigan's media and marketing consulting company. We put out all sorts of great educational media teaching consumers about local food, as well as support food and farm businesses with their own marketing efforts. So I'm Christina Marbury, like I said, I'm the marketing director here. I have a kind of combination of food systems and marketing background. My food system background comes from farmers market management, working for lots of different farms and food businesses, doing some cooking and garden education, as well as sourcing local products for school fundraisers. And I also have a pretty strong marketing background from working at a digital marketing agency that serves some national brands, as well as 7 years of freelancing experience. And at TLD, I work with farms directly to help support their businesses with their marketing efforts.
And I'm Emily Rao. I'm the media and brand manager at TLD. I'm a Michigan State alum, and my specialty was in sustainable agriculture and food systems. My food systems background entails a farm in Texas, where we lived on the farm and we did a lot of education there. I also was a garden educator for about 5 years in Virginia at a school. And then as of 2 years, I believe, pretty close now. I've been working with TLD to work with clients and consumers on local food branding and marketing. And yeah.
Awesome. We are going to jump right into these 4 strategies. So this is just a quick overview of what they are, and then we'll dive into each of them individually. But we're going to talk about key differentiators, getting some great brand awareness out there for your brand. We're going to touch on social media and then on email marketing a little bit as well. So kind of some specific strategies in each of those areas to help you market your business. So first, let's start with knowing your key differentiator. If you don't know, this is something sometimes referred to as a key differentiator, also referred to as like a value proposition, but it's the thing that sets your business apart from other businesses that offer similar things. So why should somebody buy your honey instead of honey from, it could be like big commercial honey from the grocery store, or why should they purchase from you instead of some other local honey producer? And a lot of the time this comes from thinking about like the story behind your business that might resonate with customers, so it might be the fact that you are a veteran. That's something that can differentiate you as a business owner. And it also could be, maybe something that you offer that other farms in the area don't offer. So just some things to kind of think about while you're thinking about what you might want to identify as that key differentiator, that value proposition, which then becomes something that you communicate about regularly in all of your marketing efforts. So it should be something that people soon very closely identify with your business. Sometimes, for farms, that can be some forms of season extension. Maybe you grow tomatoes that are available before anyone else in the area has tomatoes. When it comes to honey, thinking about, maybe you have honey that's produced from bees that forage on a single species of plant. That's something that's unique and not the thing that, everybody is selling and has those unique flavors in it because of that. Or maybe you're using some growing practices that nobody else in the area is using. So thinking about what that value proposition or key differentiator is really valuable, because it's what you want to communicate to people with your marketing. It's the reason that people are going to come to your farm to purchase your product rather than going somewhere else.
Yeah, and so related to that key differentiator is the way you can communicate that is through your brand and generating brand awareness. So taking those key characteristics and communicating them through your logo, your brand colors, your font. There's a whole like package or like a suite of design choices you can make to kind of communicate that. And then communicating that brand to a larger market or the people that you want to be consuming your products. So kind of establishing that target audience and then just discovering like who knows about you and how do they know about you. So you can, yes. So ask yourself, questions about like what can you do to continually increase your brand awareness and the packaging through delivery trucks, the signage, where are people seeing your brand? I mean, some people obviously they have like huge signs on the side of the road, or maybe they just have a flyer in a local grocery store. There's outside of your personal business, if you have a brick and mortar, just making sure that when people walk by your business or they see you at a market, they know who you are. If there are restaurants or markets that have your product in them, make sure they're listing your name. And that's another way you can get in front of that audience again, especially in your community. When you're participating in local events, bringing those signs with you, having maybe you have a t-shirt or some sort of clothing that can easily identify your business. Pretty much you just want people to see you wherever they go. You want to point out and like, that's so-and-so's honey. I know them because they're everywhere. And then also partnering with businesses in town, like seeking out folks with similar missions, things that will pair well with what you're selling and what you're doing. That's great for that business as well. And so collaborating on events or merch or just food pairings is really awesome to do.
Awesome. All right, so next we're going to talk a little bit about social media, which obviously I think we could talk for hours about how to market your business successfully on social media. So I want to talk kind of specifically about a few things. One of them about using social media to build brand awareness, and then also, setting yourself up with clear goals. So social is definitely a huge place to build brand awareness. Emily talked about some things you can do out in the world in real off of the device life. But on social, like, for example, she mentioned partnering with other businesses. That can extend to social media. So if you partner with a restaurant who purchases your honey, having them tag your social account and talk about the fact that they use your honey on social media, and you talking about the fact that you supplied that restaurant, that helps to elevate both of your brands, and it helps for you to reach that restaurant's audience and for that restaurant to reach your audience. So it really benefits both of you if you have that sort of partnership. So let's dive into the actual details where I actually outlined just that. But yes, if you're partnering with local businesses, not only, those more formal partnerships where maybe you're buying each other's products, but even just like folks, around town who are involved in local food or other sorts of local businesses, follow their accounts on social media and engage with them. If people see you, out there commenting on things and sharing things, they're going to start to recognize your brand name, as opposed to if you are just maybe posting to your account and then not doing anything else on social media. And you can also kind of create some special promotions together. You could find somebody in your area who like writes recipes and shares them on social media, have them write something about your honey, whether, that's paying them or offering them some free product or something like that. That's always a really great way to get the word out a little bit more. I also always like to encourage people to think of social media as a conversation and not a like megaphone. It's not necessarily somewhere for you to go and just like share things outward, but a place to let people also come to talk to you. So thinking about, encouraging your customers to engage with your account and your posts. So encouraging people to leave comments. If you, ask questions in your social post, that's a good way to encourage people to leave a comment because they have something to respond to other than just like, oh, that's a really cool photo. So anything that you can do to try and encourage folks to engage with your content, and also making sure that you're going out there and engaging with them as well. So if somebody leaves you a comment, leave them one back. Follow your super regular customers and other businesses and engage with their content. And then finally, always an important thing to think about when you're thinking about social media marketing is being consistent. And that means, choosing a schedule to post on social media that fits within your schedule and then stick to it, whether that is that you're going to post once a week or 5 times a week. Figuring out what that consistency you're able to stick with and then doing it is super important. And the reason I say maybe that's 1 time a week is that it's much better for you to say commit to posting once a week than to commit to posting 5 times a week and get tired of it after 2 months and then not post for 3 months because you got worn down by that grind of social media. So just try and figure out something that works for your own schedule.
Definitely. And so Christina was kind of talking about how social media is more of a conversation. Email marketing is a space where you really, like, the key is sharing out information. And there's sort of like a technique to it where it can kind of seem a little conversational. You want to invite people in, but it is an opportunity to share like events where you are, some of that background information about what's going on this week. Maybe you're doing promotions. It's a place where like the people who are on your emailing list, which maybe you've collected from farmers market or online or through social media or your website, those people want to know what's going on with your business because they signed up for your email newsletter or whatever sort of like promo you've marketed. So you don't have to be afraid that these people aren't interested or that they don't know who you are because they've already engaged with your business. So similar to social media, you're going to want to create a strategy that works with your schedule. And like social media, if that looks like you're sending a newsletter maybe once a month, maybe bi-monthly, once a quarter, like whatever you decide is something that seems realistic for your business, stick to it because people, your audience will come to expect an email, whatever frequency you choose. They'll get excited for it. They know when to look for it. And it's definitely something that over time, is once you get comfortable, you can always add to that. And you can pepper in maybe more like a flash sale or something unexpected to get folks excited. So, and then strategizing what kind of content you want to send. You can make that schedule a year ahead of time and anticipate different seasons or markets that you're going to be at. You want to make sure they're getting valuable information in there. So I think whenever you're sending out your newsletter, kind of like selecting like content pieces or at least having one main topic to your email and making sure there's like specific calls to action. So whether you want them to follow you on social media or check out this new product you have on the website, make sure there's links that you can follow or your readers can follow. And yeah, include your socials. There's a lot you can include here. And then a lot of the email services or platforms like MailChimp, or I don't know, there's some other one. MailChimp's a great one. Will report back to you how your emails are performing. And so if you really like data, you can check everyone all the time to see like who's subscribing, who's unsubscribing, how who's clicking what links. Data is really exciting to me, but I know that can also be overwhelming because you're running a whole business. But if you review every once in a while, you can kind of track to see how your specific audience is responding to the content you're sharing with them, and kind of tailor that moving forward. And with that, like, comes like testing out different sort of factors. So like what kind of calls to action you're using, or just even like what the title of the email is, or for example, what days. Like sometimes if you send out an email on a Friday, you're going to get a lot of out of office responses. Maybe Fridays is not the day that works for you, or maybe it is because you're marketing that you're at farmers market on Saturdays and you want to get people pumped. So yeah, just like factoring in different just kind of things that your audience is going to make sense for your audience when you're doing your email newsletters.
Awesome. That was a fast roll for 4 big things that are really important to consider in your marketing. And, you know, you can dive super deep into any one of those things, but 4 things to start thinking about and start putting into action. I always like to tell people to start small and then build. So, you know, don't try and do it all at once. Start with something you can manage and then add additional things as you have the time. That said, if you need help with your marketing, a lot of businesses hire outside support to make their marketing happen. And I think that is particularly true with small businesses. Obviously, there's some level of folks who just need to do it all themselves because they're super small. But if you need help with things, the Taste the Local Difference team is available to support you. For anyone who is a TLD partner, we offer a whole host of marketing services. So everything, you know, from building a website to helping with these 4 specific things, you know, we can help you identify what that value proposition is for your business and build a brand around that, you know, and put together that strategy to help get your brand out there. We really love thinking about social media strategies. So if you need help, you know, not necessarily, if you need somebody to post for you, we can do that too. But, you know, if you just want somebody to help think through what you need to be doing on a week-to-week basis to make social media really work for your business, we can definitely help you with that. And same with email marketing. We can, you know, help you put together that strategy, help you build templates and everything to make it really easy for you. Basically, you know, we're a team that loves local food. We love helping local food businesses, and we understand the struggles that you have as farmers. And we really like to kind of meet you where you are and offer all of the support that we possibly can to get you set up, hopefully to be able to do things yourselves in a way that isn't too challenging for you. Awesome. Yeah, so we can help. Our website is just localdifference.org. I put my email address in here as well. If you want to reach out to me, if you have, you know, a project you're interested in knowing if we can help with it, I'm the one to talk to about that. So you can always reach out to me at Christina@localdifference.org. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen, and hopefully we will see you all around the Michigan local food scene.